the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey friends, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us for another episode of AfterBuzz TV's Quarantine with Stars. Today, I hope you're ready to catch up with an amazing star who's a friend of AfterBuzz. He shines so bright on shows like The Expanse and the final season of How to Get Away with Murder. This is Cas and V. Cas, welcome. How are you?
Howdy, howdy. I'm doing good. Just keeping myself busy in a lockdown quarantine.
Right. Let's jump into that. Let's talk about that. How have you been doing these last, it's over 3 months now, in the house, at home? I feel like I'm going crazy. Thankfully, things are opening up. But how have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, it's been pretty lonely. My family's all in California, and most of my friends are in California. So I've been having to entertain myself. So I fostered a dog,
Oh,
beautiful
yay.
little dog, and it looks like I'm going to be a foster fail. So I'm going to be adopting her, and
Oh,
so
love.
that's kept me very busy. So I get to go out 3 times a day at least for walks and exercise her, and been training her. Also been trying to take care of myself. I've learned how to be a cook. Who
Same.
knew? Who knew I could cook? But that's apparently what I can do.
I love that. Honestly, I mean, still kind of now, but before quarantine, I was like living off the Trader Joe's frozen aisle. But now I
Yes,
feel like I can like try things out now. I'm like more open to trying recipes out because I had time to actually practice during
we got
quarantine.
the
So,
time. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
I love that. The world is slowly starting to open up. So I don't know how it is up there for you in Canada. But what have you been doing? Like, what have you been wanting to do since quarantine kind of is slowly ending?
I'm a little bit on the cautious side because some of us are a little more susceptible, and
Yeah.
it's
Hmm.
a little more dangerous. And I have a whole slew of my family are doctors on the front line.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I've been hearing all of the stories, and I'm getting kind of like the firsthand information of
Hmm.
what's going on. So I'm a little more cautious. I don't.
Definitely.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's sunny. I love going out for walks and hanging out by the water and everything. But the virus doesn't really care who you are. It doesn't care about lockdown. It doesn't care
Exactly.
about anything. The virus doesn't respect borders or nationalities or genders or anything. It
Hmm.
just wants to make more viruses. So it's slowed down in the summer. That's
Hmm.
something that happens with this particular virus, but it picks up speed in the fall. So I'm just I'm walking around a little more, and I don't wear my mask everywhere, and I'm enjoying the summer a little bit more, but I'm still being careful.
Definitely. I feel that too. I think we were talking about this before we went on air, but just like even going to a restaurant, I was like, oh, I want to go out, but I'm still like, oh, let me just hide in the corner and not like
Yeah,
fully jump back
exactly.
in because it's still,
Yeah,
it's still very scary to be
I'd be
around
I'd be more
people.
comfortable on a terrace outside because outdoors is a little better.
Right, exactly. I've been loving that too, having some nice patio seating and just being a little bit further away, like maybe 12 feet, not 6 feet. So
Exactly.
yeah. All right. I love that. Let's jump into some of your amazing work. You spent the last few years working
Sure.
on The Expanse, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me what you love most about that show.
Oh, what don't I love about that show? It's everything about it. I love it. I mean, from the top down, I love the people I work with. I love the creators. I love the producers. I love the scripts. The writing is
Hmm.
amazing, and actually, it just keeps getting better every year. Like season 5 is probably, in my humble opinion, is the best season we've had, and I can't wait till we drop that on you
Yes.
guys. I love my cast. Everyone is so good. I love our guest cast. We always have the best guest actors. So, and the fans. The fans are
Hmm.
spectacular. Like I love the fans. The fans are some of the smartest, coolest, most kind, loving, empathetic people. Like they're so cool. I mean, I've been in different fandoms before, but the Expanse fandom is really special because they're so into the story. It's really cool.
Definitely. Yeah, I got to do some research and I found out that there was this huge uproar when Sci-Fi dropped The Expanse and
Yeah.
Amazon picked it up and the fans literally went to
Oh
basically
yeah.
war
They went
for
to
the
war,
show.
man.
Yeah.
They pulled
That's amazing.
the Expanse fat out of the fire and
Yes.
brought it home to Amazon.
I love that. What was that response like for you? I'm sure it was overwhelming and amazing, but how did
It
you
was
feel when the fans
overwhelming.
were
Like we were euphoric. Like we couldn't believe it was like a Hail Mary. It was like
Mhm.
Cinderella's story. Like it was unbelievable, and it caught us all by surprise. We were overwhelmed. And just to know that there was this huge group of people that loved the show so much they would go right to the wall for us. Like they
Mhm.
flew a plane over Amazon headquarters with a banner that said "Save the
Yeah.
Expanse." They launched a balloon into space that had a little Rossi on it.
Oh my
They
gosh.
did so many cool things just to draw attention to it. And back in the day when they did it, it hadn't been done before.
Exactly.
There was a whole bunch of shows that started doing the banner after they saw how well it worked with the Expanse.
That is so cool. I know you also spent some time on the How to Get Away with Murder set, which is
Oh yeah,
amazing. I
loved
just want
it.
to know how did you get a chance to work closely with the iconic Viola?
Oh, that's all I did. I played her boyfriend the whole time.
Oh,
So
yes.
I got to do all of my scenes with her, and that's one of the main reasons I wanted to do this job was because I got to work with her, and I got to play a character that had to really hold his own ground
Mhm.
with this amazing force of nature that is the Annalise Keating
Yes.
character, which is Viola's character, and uh, and he was a great character. Like he was like a really talented kind of clean cut business lawyer, super smart guy, you know, really good at his job, but he had this nerdy kind of quirky sense of humor. Like his very first episode, he greeted the entire law firm with the Vulcan hand salute and said live long and prosper. So it's a great little character because he had all sorts of different things. He had this lawyer side, he had this quirky nerdy side, and he also had to be this man that could stand his own with this incredibly strong woman.
I love that. I saw some of your interviews with AfterBuzz, and I know you're also Cass is quite the nerd himself. So
He
how was
is.
that for you, being able to kind of portray that nerdy role? Was it fun?
It was. Well, I didn't realize until I got there, they put these little references in there, and at first I was kind of, how does this lawyer guy in the business suit know? How do you? And they're like, just do it as you, and I'm like, okay, and then so I just kind of like threw myself into it, and I was like, yeah, I could be a lawyer and love Star Trek. That's two. Yeah,
I love that. I know another fun thing you've been doing in quarantine is your cast chats on Instagram. You've kind of just been keeping up with your fans, reaching out to them. So,
yeah.
what inspired you to want to tackle those live streams and connect with your fans like that?
I mean, 2020 has been kind of the year of upheaval. It is. I mean, Mercury is in retro. We have 5 planets in retrograde, and we have like
Hmm.
this. This year has been absolutely. I don't even have a word for it, but upheaval, and
Yeah.
it's like the planet is in chaos and it's healing at the same time. We as a human species have come together in order to combat this virus. Unlike anything that's ever happened in the past, I don't think you could name anything where the entire planet unified to do what we're doing now with the lockdown and the
Hmm.
quarantine. And it's an amazing kind of historical thing. And then with what happened with the Black Lives Matter movement
Exactly.
after the tragic death of George Floyd, um, I've never seen anything like it. I feel like we
Hmm.
are participating in history, and it's all being thrown at us at once. Like,
Exactly.
and I honestly feel that everything is happening for a reason right now. I feel like if we hadn't been in lockdown because of quarantine, the incredible impact of this Black Lives Matter movement, people wouldn't have been able to focus on what was going on. Like they would be
Exactly.
distracted by all these things, but now they can watch. And like I took literally 3 weeks to educate myself because I
Hmm.
clearly didn't know. I didn't know what the systemic racism
Exactly.
that blacks in America have been dealing with. I thought I knew, and I was really wrong. I
Yes.
actually really didn't know. So I watched 13th, the
Hmm.
documentary, and mind blown. And I just dove in and just started watching post after post after post. And I think everyone's been able to do that. And I think because of the situation we're in, where we don't have millions of distractions, we're actually able to human a little bit
Hmm.
better. We're
Yeah.
actually able to be more empathic. We're able to be a little bit more compassionate. And so there's a whole wave of stuff that's happening now, I think because it's supposed to happen right now.
I 100% agree. I think this was while everything was really, really scary and really, really, trying, I think it definitely was meant to happen for these things to come to light. Like you said, for us to take a look, take a step back, kind of give a reset and really analyze what's really happening in the world. So
This
yeah, when I got a
stuff.
chance to see your Instagram, I loved how you're using your platform to educate others that after you took the time to educate yourself, which is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Isn't it also amazing how we can still kind of connect through things like social media and technologies like Zoom, even in quarantine?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like I actually spend so much time now on my phone and on my devices talking to people, to connecting with my family and friends. It'll be like 12 hours will go by and I will be like, oh man, I got to put this phone down because I've
Mm-hmm.
been doing nothing but communicating. Um, it's I think we're blessed by technology and we have to be really careful not to lose ourselves in it. But it
Definitely.
is really a blessing because it does allow us to unite ourselves and stay in touch with our families and like you said, stay in touch with the fans and touch base with them.
Mm-hmm. I love that so much. Cass, it's been such a pleasure to talk to you today. Is there anything else you want to shout out to your fans, whether it be about, what's coming next for you or the movement, anything
Um,
like that?
all I will say is that this Black Lives Matter movement. I'm very humble about it because I'm no expert by any means. I'm kind of a in training activist. But I will say that there's been a lot of progress made in a short period of time. There's a lot of legislation and things happening that are very positive. But it's not done. Like there's a
Exactly.
long road ahead, and so we're in for the long haul. And we have to pace ourselves energy wise to not get bored or to get fed up. It's like we're in for the long
Mm-hmm.
haul, so we got to stay focused. And in terms of just fun, season 5 is coming. So we finished shooting it in February, just before lockdown. So we got it in the can, and it's now in post production. And in my humble opinion, it's the best season we've ever done. So if you guys like season 4, season 5 is gonna knock your socks off.
I love that so much. I'm super excited to check it out. Honestly, I need some things to watch while quarantine is over, so I'm probably going to binge The Expanse.
There you go.
Super excited for that. Cass, before we head, if you're where can your fans find you on social media? I'm sure they're already following you, but where can they find you?
It's just my name everywhere. You just follow me by my name, Cas Advar.
Perfect. Amazing. Cass, thank you so much again for being here. Everybody, make sure you go follow Cass on social media. Make sure you be on the lookout for The Expanse Season 5 when it comes out very, very soon on Amazon. And just be on the lookout for the amazing thing Cass is doing. Check out his Cass chat. Check out all the things he's doing on social media to raise awareness and use his platform. Cass, thank you so much for being here. It's been such a pleasure. I'm your host, Bryant Santos. You can find me on all social platforms at the Bryant Santos. This has been Quarantine with the Stars on AfterBuzz TV with Cas Anvar. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.